Right, well, there you go. I literally just pressed record and there was a knock on the door. The good lady wife bought me a nice fresh cup of tea. Look at that, it doesn't happen very often, so I'm going to enjoy this one. Bear with me. Oh, it's quite a nice one. Oh, it's a bit hot though. In today's video, hey guys, by the way, and welcome back to I Like Watches. In today's video, I had initially planned to show you two Timex watches. It's a brand that hasn't appeared nearly enough on my channels. In fact, I think I've only ever shown you one Timex watch before. It was a digital watch and it featured on I Like Tech Watches too, say no more. Now my plan today was to show you their cheapest watch, which I have in front of me, and their most expensive watch, which I was planning to buy from their website, but I didn't have a great experience on their website. I signed up to their newsletter. I was supposed to get a discount code in an email for an extra 10% off. That didn't arrive. I waited a few days. I then contacted them. They sent me another discount code, but then it just didn't work. And I got back in touch with them and they said, oh, the 10% off doesn't count for our good watches, basically. They're better watches. They called them their luxury watches. But yeah, basically, they're more premium and more expensive watches. So I'd sort of lost interest by that point. I was a bit irritated that I'd waited about a week or so for this discount code eventually, and when it turned up, I couldn't use it for the watch that I was trying to buy. So in this video, I'm just going to show you their cheapest watch. I picked it up for about £30 off Amazon. It's an incredibly popular one, actually. Some of the watches, I should say, that Timex offer seem to be fairly iconic, and it is a very well-respected brand with lots of history. And so yeah, it's a bit naughty that I haven't shown Timex watches more often. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to take a look at this, super affordable watch by Timex and, sort of give you my first impressions and a little review. Enjoy the video. I'm going to enjoy my tea now. Right, I am now over at the light box, as you can see. I haven't seen this watch yet. I've had it for a couple of weeks, actually. It is the T20501 up. I don't know what that means. Now, I've just checked amazon.co.uk. It's currently available for £33. So super affordable. Does it represent good value? Well, we're going to find out. They have sold huge numbers on Amazon. So it is a very, very popular one by Timex, which was, well, one of the reasons why I wanted to pick it up. The other reason being the price, of course. Seems to be reasonably well packaged. Comes with its own little stand, look. There is the hang tag. What's it say there? Yeah, T20501. And there it is. Actually, it doesn't look as small in my hands now as it did in the box for some reason. I thought it was going to be really quite small. But yeah, that looks actually all right. Let's get the hang tag off. I didn't get this from the Amazon warehouse. I have bought a number of watches from their warehouse before. I essentially paid full price for this, seemingly. So £33 is, pretty much what this should cost. Timex, then you've got the model. That looks like maybe the battery cell, the CR 2016. Water resistance, 30 meters. Stainless steel case back. 18mm lug. Well, that's good to know. I should have some alternative straps for it. This one has a little party trick, I believe. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Gosh, you hardly have to press it at all, actually. Indiglow is what they call it, and I think it's on the box, on the packaging. Yeah, there you go, look, Indiglow. Let's turn the light off and do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're not going to struggle to read that. And apparently, 10-year battery life as well. If you just tap it, it doesn't stay on. You've literally got to hold your finger on the button. But that's not a bad thing, because then it means it just stays on continuously. I don't suspect that the battery will last 10 years if you keep doing this. Indiglow, water resistance, 30M above the 6, Timex below the 12. A nice, simple, super legible dial, isn't it? That minute hand perhaps a touch short. The second hand looks like it's hitting the markers. Look at that. Wow. Let's just keep this watch still and see if that continues on the way down. Sometimes there is a little bit of looseness in the second hand and it starts to sag, and yeah, there you go, look, on the way down it's starting to sit between the markers, which is a bit of a shame. But on the way up, it seemed all right, didn't it? Black hands, silver second hand, simple numbers on the dial, minute markers all the way around. Case is fully polished. It seems a little bit wobbly, the reflections, so the surfaces look smooth enough, but yeah, there's definitely some distortion there. So the case back is a sort of clip-on or compression fit. You've got this arrow here pointing to the lip where you would essentially put your tool to remove that case back, and it looks like the arrow there is also pointing to a little mark underneath that lug to show you which way the case back is supposed to go. Yeah, 30 meters of water resistance, I've already mentioned that. The crown is a push crown, and it's a little bit sort of stiff, but seems to work okay. The strap is quite curved because it's been sat on that stand. I'm going to call it a watch stand. So yeah, it should fit fairly comfortably straight out the box, although it doesn't feel like a particularly high quality strap, which I guess you would expect. It says genuine leather upper. I would have thought that the underneath was leather as opposed to the top surface, but that would lead me to believe the top surface is leather and the underneath is synthetic. Right, let's find out the dimensions then. The diameter is just over 35, almost 35.5 millimeters. Look, actually a touch bigger than I was expecting. 8.2 millimeters thick, 41 mil lug to lug, confirmation there of the 18 mil lug width, and a little bit of taper on the strap. Nice. I'm not even going to test for sapphire crystal. I think that would be a complete waste of time, but let's weigh it on the supplied strap. It weighs 37 grams. And here it is on my 7¼ inch-ish wrist. Hugs the wrist very nicely. Plenty of pre-formed curvature in that strap because it has been sat on that little watch stand in its box, which is great. And the case isn't too thick, is it? So yeah, definitely one you can wear with a shirt and a cuff. 35.5 millimeters in diameter. I don't think I'd want to go any smaller. I think that's about as small as I'd want to go. Don't think it looks too small for me, but yes, it's getting to the point where I think any smaller, and I don't think it would look quite right, but super legible, actually nicely finished for the price. These just represent insane value, really, don't they? We assume that AliExpress is a platform to go to when you want super value for money, and although the specifications on this watch are nowhere near the specifications that you'll find on watches from AliExpress, this would still represent a super affordable and cheap watch if it was being sold on AliExpress. Obviously it's missing some specifications, the sort of specifications I think that we would come to expect. Of course it will have mineral crystal. It is a quartz movement, and I suspect, not a particularly expensive one. The strap isn't fantastic quality, but all in, plenty of positives. It's comfortable. I think it looks good. It's super legible. The Indiglo light function is really, really cool. The case actually doesn't look poorly finished at all. It's a Timex as well at the end of the day. So it is a brand with history and heritage. A fantastic starter watch for someone, for sure. Not one that I am necessarily expecting many of you to rush out and buy, but I can totally and utterly see why this watch has sold in huge numbers and why it's so well respected in the community. So yeah, a really good offering by Timex. I'm definitely going to pick up more of their watches. I'm just not going to expect a 10% discount, especially if it's one of their premium luxury watches. Right guys, yeah, I've enjoyed that actually. It's nice to look at something a little bit different. Again, stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit, and yeah, really impressed with this watch actually for the money. So yeah, great work Timex, lovely watch. Right, let me know what you think in the comments section. I do really, really appreciate it when you guys comment, like, subscribe, do all those things. It helps me out, it helps the channel, helps the community. So thanks guys, take care, look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon.